So I want to make a differentiation between your lean natural genetic potential and your natural genetic potential with fat on top of it. So before I get into the studies and stuff like that, I'm just going to give you how I see it. The average guy is going to max out at about 40 pounds naturally. If you are a mesomorph and you put on muscle very easily and you're exceptionally in tuned with weightlifting and you've got a good diet and all that, you can maybe stretch it to 50 pounds naturally. Maybe. But you have to have an exceptional natural physique. Not like me, who's a natural ectomorph and is pretty much the worst person for putting on muscle. I could do, I was born to just do cardio all day and can lose fat very quickly, but I was not built for power. I was built for speed. If you're like me, I would say you'll probably max out about 40 pounds lean naturally. You can do like 45, 46, 47 pounds maybe, but you're going to be fat too. You're just going to be bulky. Okay? So the range is 40 to 50 pounds of lean body weight naturally. Now, I'm going to give you a link to some studies here. First of all, I want you to check out my article on your genetic potential. It's one of the first things that I wrote on my site, and that has the link to the data by the guy's name is Casey Butts, and his site is waytrainer.net. All you have to do is he has the calculator for you, and he's taken the data from studies by the U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy. It also compares the fat-free mass indexes of champion bodybuilders, champion natural bodybuilders, as presented in the work of Dr. E.M. Khoury et al. So he's done a lot of work here, and basically the calculator that he uses, you can see the link on my website. Basically, you plug in your height, your weight, your ankle, and your body fat, and it gives you a percentage of what your natural body weight would be. And for me, the calculator is dead right. It's like 39 pounds. Okay, and the reason he wants your ankle and your wrist is because if you have naturally small bones, you're probably going to be an ectomorph, and you're not going to be able to put on a lot of weight naturally. You're going to be on the lower range of natural genetic potential, which is around 38 pounds. If you have nice broad shoulders, and that means your joints are going to be wide, like you're going to have big wrists, big ankles, you're probably going to be closer to 50 pounds naturally. And the reason that is because I'm above my natural genetic potential because my body, my joints are not designed to handle the amount of muscle that I have right now, right? That's why the size of your joints is important. And if you were naturally small joints and small bones, then you are not going to be able to put on a huge ton naturally because your body is literally not designed for it. And if you have small joints like I do, small wrists, small ankles, you're going to be an ectomorph. I will almost guarantee that. Because the guys who are natural mesomorphs like a Mike Tyson, they're going to have the big shoulders, they're going to have the big wrists, they're going to have the big ankles, the big everything naturally. And that's just how you're built. And if you're a guy like me, you got to hack, just weightlifting, we are hacking our genetics. We are hacking nature, right? We're not supposed to have all this extra weight on us. So, you got to take all that into account. So, in short, for an ectomorph, if you are like me and it is exceptionally difficult for you to put on muscle and it takes a long time and a lot of work, you can expect about 38 pounds lean. And by lean, I mean 7% body fat. I mean six-pack showing. If you're a mesomorph, I would say 47 pounds you can expect. Maybe if you are on the very far end, 50 pounds, maybe. And I'm just taking that from the data that I've looked at here. There's another good place you can find data on that is leangains.com. Martin Burkham has done a lot of studies on top natural bodybuilders, and they all max out at around 50 pounds. I'm at 50, maybe 51, 52 pounds now of lean muscle. And that is not possible without TRT. Maybe I would be able to get a large chunk of this, like 47 pounds naturally, but it comes with another 15 pounds of fat. So I could not look like this without TRT, because to me what TRT does is it takes you to your natural genetic potential, but without the fat. I could not get to this. This is like the upper limits of genetic potential, about 50 pounds. This is the mesomorph genetic potential, but without the fat. So that's my theory on TRT. It gets you to your natural genetic potential plus maybe like 3 or 4 extra pounds, because your T levels are now in the absolute top tier, if that makes sense to you guys. So in summary, 38 to 50 pounds naturally. Okay. And check out the article. You can see all the studies and stuff like that. Do your research, and that really clarifies a lot to you. Okay. This is going to clarify a lot. So any guy that has more than, that's talking about being natural and having more than 50 pounds of body weight, lean body mass, don't make me laugh. Guys like Cali Muscle and CT Fletcher and all, fuck, everyone on YouTube who makes a living off their body and is claiming natural is a fucking liar. Okay. Anyone who has more than 50 pounds of lean genetic body weight is doing drugs. That's just the reality, boys. So that the body that you're going for is probably not possible naturally. Unless you were going for the Brad Pitt Fight Club body, you can 100% do that. But, anything more than that is not going to be possible. So that's something that you really, really got to internalize. Because for me, it was like almost a decade I was chasing a dream that wasn't possible. I didn't know that Mark Wahlberg was doing drugs to get there. I was just like, what am I doing wrong? How do I get through these plateaus? Oh, every time I'm hitting these final plateaus 4, 5, 6 years in, and I would go through it 3 or 4 times. I would be like, okay, I'm just going to eat big. I'm going to eat 200 grams of protein, and I'm just going to power through this plateau. What happens? I get fat for 7 months of the year, spend the next 3 months dieting, and I come out with another pound of muscle, maybe. Sometimes I just came out even by the end of it, because I was at my potential. I didn't realize that was it naturally, because I was chasing a dream that wasn't possible.